This is your ultimate guide to dance for beginners. Hi, it's Jessie.
And Clay.
And over the last 7 or 8 years, we've made videos on just about every topic that new and beginner dancers would want to know about. If you're already subscribed to us and have been watching our videos, then thank you, we love you so much, and you will still find tons of new information in this video, as well as some helpful reminders that you probably forgot about.
And if you just stumbled upon our Steezy Studio YouTube channel, lucky you! If there's any video that you should be watching first, it's this one, so stick around. This video is going to be your table of contents that contextualizes all of the videos that we've made about dance.
And after watching this, go ahead and download the Steezy Studio app to take our online dance classes for free. Yep, free classes you can take with no credit card required. You get to experience all the magic of Steezy's innovative dance tech platform and learn some fun moves or choreography with no payment and no commitment.
Here at Steezy, we think everyone can learn how to dance, but only with the right tools. And that's why we want to give you as much as we can for free. So free YouTube videos on this channel, free dance classes on the app, and I guess we're just fruitio today.
So here are all the questions/topics we're going to address today. Take a screenshot now so it's easy for you to reference in the future. Number 1, what are the basics and foundations of dance? So each dance style actually has its own set of foundations. For example, ballet has all these different techniques, and hip hop has the bounce, rock, skate, roll, and wave. They look very different from each other. Dance is a language, and each style has its own alphabet and vocabulary and sentence structures.
However, there are still basic foundational skills that are universal for all dance styles, such as loosening up and grooving. If you look stiff and awkward, then you need to breathe and loosen up so that you can look more natural. Watch this video to learn more about that.
Counting music and staying on beat. The 8 count is the measurement most commonly used to notate timing of movement. This video is going to teach you about finding and staying on beat. We also go into a little bit of music theory, which is valuable for learning, as well as freestyling, creating choreography, and teaching.
Body awareness and body control. This is how well your body can keep up with what your brain wants to do. And having command over your body's movements is both a mental and physical game. So you have to take a lot of time to practice. Check out this one tip from Dinoy.
So if you wanted to, I could take that grid and now I have it in this plane on my shoulder. So I could follow that grid square, forward, down, back, up. I could go even like corners. I could like zigzag down the grid. I could like reverse it. I don't have to just follow the square. I could even make a new shape. I could do circles. I could do triangles. Okay, so it's totally up to you.
Can't deny that it's a good one.
Dang, that's good.
Flexibility and range of motion. Speaking of command over your body, you can also train yourself to extend further and have a wider and more comfortable range of motion. Watch these videos to warm up and stretch properly.
Textures and dynamics. Textures and dynamics are like the tonality you have when speaking. Instead of talking monotone like this, you can use textures to emphasize and smooth out or quiet or project your movements. Watch this video to improve your textures.
Aww. Number 2, freestyle versus choreography. We just went through the movement basics. Now we're going to talk about the 2 main ways that dancers apply those movements.
Freestyle, which is something I love doing, is when you're able to conjure up movements on the spot. But it's not like completely on the spot, because you have to pull from a toolbox of moves and techniques that you've trained before. So if you want to learn more about freestyling, go ahead, check out these videos.
Choreography, which is something I love doing, is a combination of movements set to a specific song. To get better at learning choreography, watch this and this. And to get better at creating choreography, watch this and this. Keep in mind, when you're making choreography, everybody has their own process and you will develop your own in time. But it's useful to watch professional choreographers do it so you can steal their tricks!
True though. Number 3, how do I create or add my own style? This is similar to the whole steal like an artist philosophy. You learn, and then all those things that you learn will slowly begin to relate to each other in your head. Then you'll come up with new and unique ideas of your own. Watch this video to get better at that.
So what Clay just outlined is the basic 3-step process for becoming a great dancer. We have input, remix, then output. Let's talk about it. Also, the way that your body wears movement is gonna look different from the way that anyone else's body wears the same movement. So don't stress so much about looking like everybody else, because you're not supposed to. We're all built different. Number 4, what clothes and shoes do I wear for dance?
We put together some outfit inspo in this video. Unless you're doing a style like ballet or heels that requires specific equipment or shoes, then prioritize comfort above everything else.
Rule of thumb. Ew.
It's gross.
Rule of thumb, loose clothing for loose music. When the music calls for more motion and reverb and bigger moments, wear flowy clothes that create more noise. Like you'll end a move, but your giant hoodie is still trailing behind you for half a count. And tight clothing for tight music. This is when you want to dance clean and hit things precisely. Wear clothes that are more fitted to your body to show pictures, lines. So when you stop a move, all motion stops.
You can also see our 10 favorite dance sneakers right here. Number 5, how much or how often should I practice dance? Man, there's a lot of ways we can answer this, but we did our best in this video right here.
But we have some specific learning principles to share. The first one is called effortful recall. This is when, instead of relying on someone else to tell you the answer, you quiz yourself. This forces your brain to remember what the answer was. So in dance, rather than staring at the teacher and putting your mind on autopilot, you're turning away and pushing your own mind and body to come up with the movements. Effortful recall strengthens your understanding of what you're doing. The second is called interleaved practice. Instead of doing the same thing all the time, every time, you should mix different types of training. Like when you go to the gym, you're not going to do leg day Monday through Sunday. So when you're learning dance, maybe take a contemporary class one day, then whacking the next. Or learn choreography on some days, but practice freestyling on others. Number 6, basic in-person dance class etiquette. Rapid fire style, because there's a lot here.
Respect the teacher. When they say watch, watch. Don't do. Break when there's a break. Switch lines when they say switch lines. Don't use your phone when they're talking. Say thank you to your teacher after class.
Don't stand directly in front of people, but find a window, aka a space between them. And tall dancers, yes, you can absolutely be in the front, just try to stay towards the sides of the room. We actually made an entire video with tips for tall dancers right here. Oh, there. Oh.
Try to answer your own questions. It's definitely encouraged to raise your hand and ask questions if you are confused about anything, but more often than not, you can actually find your answer just by being more attentive and watching the teacher.
And come prepared. Bring water, a towel, and an extra shirt so you're not driving home drenched in your own sweat. And some reassurance from an ex-avid class taker, every single class will be different. So if you try your first few and for some reason they weren't great, don't give up. And if you need a bit of training to feel confident showing up to a studio, then take some free classes on the Steezy Studio app.
7, helpful dance vocabulary to get you through your first class. Squanana, gee, boom, ska. I mean, it's not really vocabulary, but these are all dancer sounds that dancers use to describe their movements. It's a lot better to do that than actually do counts, because counts just notate time, and sounds do a lot better at telling you how to do a move.
Tempo. Tempo is the speed of the music and the movement.
Marking and full out. Marking is when you do the dance with less energy. It's more for mental practice. Going full out is when you put full energy and full performance.
Groups and select group. Groups happen after learning choreography when the teacher divides up the class into smaller groups so that you can have more space and practice performing. This is also usually when the videos are taken. Select group is when the teacher chooses certain people to dance together. This could be for a number of reasons, but usually because they stood out and really killed the piece. Or they could choose somebody to do a solo. Basically, the end of class is performance time.
8, what's the best and easiest way to get started with dance?
Intro to dance, baby!
Intro to Dance is a 7-day program that teaches you all the basics of dance.
You start by learning how to move on beat and then learn over 30 basic moves and eventually combine them into longer phrases. The next time you find yourself on the dance floor, you'll have all the skills and total confidence.
If you click the link in the description, you can actually take the first 4 days of Intro to Dance right now completely for free. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are a subscriber or especially a Steezy Studio member, mwah, I'll never do that again. No. Let us know which one of our videos has helped you the most in the past 7 to 8 years that we've been making YouTube videos.
Don't pick one when I'm blonde.
Yeah, don't pick Blonde Jessie. It's a
Forget
different
about
era.
that
We're trying to
phase.
move past Blonde Jessie.
Yeah.
Purple Jessie was built different.
Be sure to like this video to show us some love.
And also subscribe to our channel if you're not already, because if you subscribe, you know, we might just love you deeply. Don't you want to be loved? Everyone here deserves to be loved. This is the ultimate guide to being loved.
We'll see you next week. Happy dancing.
Happy dancing.
Happy dancing. Parkour!